In the first place, we cannot march across the deadly desert to the land of Oz. And if we could, the ruler of that country, Princess Ozma, has certain fairy powers that would render my army helpless. Had you not lost your magic belt, we might have some chance of defeating Ozma. But the belt is gone. I want it! I want it! I must have it! Well then, let us try in a sensible way to get it. The belt was captured by a little girl named Dorothy, who lives in Kansas in the United States of America. But she left it in the Emerald City with Ozma. How do you know that? One of my spies, who was a blackbird, flew over the desert to the land of Oz and saw the magic belt in Ozma's palace. Ah, that gives me an idea. There are two ways to get to the land of Oz without traveling across the sandy desert. What are they? One way is over the desert, through the air, and the other way is under the desert, through the earth. Hearing this, the Gnome King uttered a yell of joy and leaped from his throne to resume his wild walk up and down the cavern. That's it, Blue! That's the idea, General. I'm king of the underworld, and my subjects are all miners. I'll make a secret tunnel under the desert to the land of Oz. Yes, right up to the Emerald City. And you will march your armies there and capture the whole country. Softly, softly, Your Majesty. Don't go too fast. My gnomes are good fighters, but they are not strong enough to conquer the Emerald City. Are you sure? Absolutely certain, Your Majesty. Then what am I to do? Give up the idea and mind your own business. You have plenty to do trying to rule your underground kingdom, but I want that magic belt, and I'm going to have it. I'd like to see you get it, replied the general, laughing maliciously. The king was by this time so exasperated that he picked up his scepter, which had a heavy ball made from a sapphire at the end of it, and threw it with all his force at General Blue. The sapphire hit the general upon his forehead and knocked him flat upon the ground, where he lay motionless. Then the king rang his gong and told his guards to drag out the general and throw him away, which they did. This gnome king was named Roquat the Red, and no one loved him. He was a bad man and a powerful monarch, and he had resolved to destroy the land of Oz and its magnificent Emerald City, to enslave Princess Ozma and little Dorothy and all the Oz people and recover his magic belt. This same belt had once enabled Roquat the Red to carry out many wicked plans, but that was before Ozma and her people marched to the underground cavern and captured it. The Gnome King could not forgive Dorothy or Princess Ozma, and he had determined to be revenged upon them. But they, for their part, did not know they had such a dangerous enemy. Indeed, Ozma and Dorothy had both almost forgotten that such a person as the Gnome King yet lived under the mountain in the land of Ev, which lay just across the deadly desert to the south of the land of Oz. An unsuspected enemy is doubly dangerous.